It is the next day. I had sort of a hay fever attack just now. So anyway, I got things I gotta do. I gotta do it now. I gotta find a piece of wood somewhere around that thick. And if I don't have it, I'll make it. I'll put it on the table so I'll make it. So let's go down and see if I can get something to start with. And what have I got in my pocket? I gotta get my keys. Okay, got my keys. Let's and like I said yesterday, that works a lot better. Not dragging the floor, but that also means that it doesn't. All right, well, I can't leave that open anymore because there's nothing in the bottom. So in the last video where you saw me throw this out, I just did that to get the junk off of it. There's no nails in it. There's no metal in this. So let's take this down to the shop. I can't hold my rope now. I guess I could walk like this, couldn't I? Don't want to walk around here flashing the neighbors. Okay, let's see what I got here. So I got wow, look at this big spot I got in here to play with. Anybody's got old British cars and you only got that much oil on the floor, it's doing pretty good. So there's my area. Like I said the other day, been in the air conditioning, so there you go. I didn't do that for dramatic effect. Okay, so now we know that. So let's go over here. The old harmonic balancer. Let's see what I can find around here that's pretty good there. Did I mess this up? I think I messed it up, but let's just take some samples up there. Did that thing move on me? I don't think it did. Well, I don't know. I kind of know. Let's put this back here. Let's just grab some of these samples and see what we got when we get up there. I think that's gonna work. I think I can make that work with the careful application of adhesives. But this is this, so let's take this up and see what we got. There she is. All right, this should be relatively easy. And I got all my pneumatic tools here to nail it down. And there's my big nailer. It's too big. A brad nailer will be fine as long as you got some construction adhesive. So I got to write that on my list. I forgot construction adhesive. Okie doke. Here we are. Let's kind of brush this away a little bit. See, there's a little bit of gunk right there. Okay, so let's just put this here. We'll do it this way. Okay. And then we'll put, so got that hook. See what I mean? The little bastards, they really mean, I'm going to spray this right now. I'm going to give her 2 coats. Alright, we're going to do that in a second, but first let's do this. So that's a little bit low. You can see that, kind of you can see that maybe, I don't know. But I think by the time I get a little bit of adhesion stuff on there, let's see. Yeah, I think if I put my adhesive down in a good fashion, I can do that. Now, I'll tell you what else I can do too. I'll put this down. I might put that, and then, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll do something. I can build it. I'd rather start out with this being low and working my way up to this. And I think with a couple layers of liquid nails or whatever, or Gorilla or whatever I use, I think I'll be okay. So, yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, I think so. All right, well now we know. Let's spray this stuff down. I'm tired of flipping 1 or 2 ants at a time. So I've only seen 2, but that's too many. So let's spray her. Oop, got me. Okay, I had a can and a half of this stuff, polyacrylic. Some of it was a little bit active, and I decided to pour that down there to seal up that wood and maybe self-level a little bit. So I'm going to let that sit there for a long time and keep this fan on and see what this does. We did this on Play Musty for me down at the beach. So I'm hoping that this will work. It ought to work. It's supposed to dry, but so we'll see. I just wanted to play around, and maybe I've sprayed it with a bunch of Raid and inside and out, and just seal all that down in there. And I pushed a bunch of the stuff up in the cracks, and maybe that'll help destroy the little ant pheromone trails that they have. So there you go. Isn't that interesting? Well, it's interesting to me. There's my bug light. I ain't got a bug yet. Daggone it. Alright, I was happy this morning when I got home. Look at how good that looks. Makes a fella wish he'd have done the whole floor when he was building the house. But, yeah, that's pretty nice. That dark stuff you see, I believe, is mostly the tar paper where maybe a little moisture got on it. But does not rot or anything like that. So I already had a comment about that. But that looks just wonderful. So got a bunch of rain last night. Luckily I can come home and see it on my gauge, so it'll be a little soppy out there. But I'll get my wet cut and saw and start like we talked about. But that just turned out great. That's a whole day of drying. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Warm, fuzzy inside looking at that. Going to use this, not a sponsor, on outside tiles. Going to use this on these tiles going in the floor. And if I decide to caulk it, they fit pretty good. So I may not even caulk it because it'll eventually get enough junk in there and be fine. If I was to caulk it, I may use this or I may take that back. I don't know. I don't usually keep this stuff if I don't need it because it goes bad. So you want it to be as fresh as possible. So I got that going. I'm getting ready to mark. It's hard to tell now, isn't it? I'm getting ready to mark this curve right here with that paper right there. And we're going to get that tile out there, go get the wet saw, and drag that sucker up here and get going. So I don't know. You'll see what I do in a minute. You just lay it down, tape it, and make a line with it, you know, with your flare pen or your Sharpie, whatever you call them anymore. I don't know. Marker, El Marco, I don't know. Smell that nice egg sandwich? I'm hungry. So this is how you do this. You take down your whatever amounts of paper you need, and then you mark them through, and then you cut this off, and then you got a template. I'm going to take the tile into here a little bit. I got that little lip right there, but I don't care. I'll just make the tile fit that. So now the other thing I do, I got see all that junk right there, all those little bits of things right there. Those were the high spots around here. So cut those off. Everything will settle down and you won't get a creak in your floor and stuff like that. So I usually at this point I'm gonna caulk around the edges with whatever caulk I got left from other projects. Whatever it is, almost, it doesn't really matter. I don't even care if it's that, because that stuff's no good anyway. I'll show you that. And I had a little bit of this left over. That's good, so a little bit of that. And I try my best to keep them solid. And whatever this is, just use that up before it goes bad. Okay? Now that Red Devil stuff I used over here on the stove, and it just basically just crumbles. It's actually of no value. I mean, like no value at all. So, I'm gonna just leave that there for now and go get stuff. I got my list of particulars to go get, and we'll start on this thing. I guess I'll show you cutting the shim. Basically, that's all that is. That wood piece I'm gonna cut is a shim. And you want it to fill the maximum amount of space available, but you're not going to be standing over there
So, you know, if you cut it and it don't work out too good, just go back down there and take off a few edges. Hopefully I'll get it right the first time, because using the tar paper as a template. Well, that just looks great to me. Okay, meatball wood working here. We're not going to use the table saw for its intended purposes. We're going to use it as a table, minus the saw. So let's see how much of this I can get, if I can get this whole piece here. So here's the old tar paper. And very acceptable. Oh, everybody wants you when you start doing something else. Wow. That's just almost exactly what I'm looking for here. So this is the washer dryer set. I gotta make a confession. I slipped with Rex the Wonder Saw and cut a little hole in the water catch tub of my washing machine, but just put some Gorilla stuff on there. Be good as new. So that is just about perfect. Now, where do you not want? I guess that's the phrase that pays here. So take a little working out. I'll work it out. So what you want here is where you step the most. Here's my curve that I cut with the yellow paper. So we're going to cut this and flip it over, be fine. But I want this ledge here to be good, because this is where I'm going to be stepping most of the time. Right through in the middle, of course. But you want that leading edge to be good. I don't care if we lose a bit in the back. That's not going to do any damage to me. I lost my pencil. I lost my carpenter pencil. I think I got some more of them. Yeah, it looks like, oh, you know what? That's the one Oreo used to chew on. Oh, man. Why do I do this to myself? Well, let me go sharpen this. I have the actual sharpener for this right here. So you got to get yourself one of those. But you got to back it up with a razor blade, because you won't get enough lead exposure. Or it ain't lead, it's graphite. So when somebody says that puts lead in their pencil, tell them that's too bad, because it's graphite in your pencil. Said that to Mick all the time. He used to say that and say that ain't lead, it's graphite. Okay, I got her out. I've already been doing a little bit of this, so I need both hands, but here. Uh-oh. Spider. Oh, everywhere. Okay, let's double check ourselves here, and then we'll go up and see if this works. Okay, let's go up and see. As I'm smiling, 3 miles to drink your water. Okay, instead of trying to make this thing go in there in one piece, it's going to be hard to do that. They don't sell tiles in 6 and 8 inch squares and all that, because you can get one giant piece of tile. So just make a cut where you don't walk the most, so you can fit this stuff in. Just make a cut. You know, I'm a little off center there. Well, so is the wood. And so this will just make it easier to fit. And probably overcut around the washing machine, but once again, it ain't gonna matter. Let's take it up and see once I get this cut. It's raining. You just can't see it. It must be 90% humidity out here. So I'm not gonna be out here too long anyway. So I got my 2 pieces here. I'm gonna let you, let's stay with me the whole time. And all right, I'm glad I did turn the camera off. Y'all get the door for me. Okay, thank you. Oh, I hope this works. Let's get the door closed. It is nirvana in these here parts. And it's hard to do, and losing one hand to trying to share is worth it to me. Okay, so we're going to start with our curve, which is here. So it will go in this way. So let's see. Let's start here so I don't hit the door. Whee! Okay. Well, there you go. And that's going to be great. So I got to get my Metabo out of here. Let's see. Let's see if this one fits. It should. Yeah. See, that's all you need. See? And there you go. That's the easy way right there. And let's go ahead and test our pattern here. Yeah, by the time you get adhesive in that, I got like, I don't know, maybe that much. Always a good day. Bring out the big 2305. Very cool. Pick up the trash from the front. Hope it doesn't rain. Use the wet saw today. I need to pack it. I'm going to leave it running and offload this stuff to get stuck off. I've come to another decision here. Let's make sure that Metabo doesn't get rained on. It's going to be my weapon of choice here. Shoots them. I'm going to put this, I'm going to put some adhesive down, and then I'm going to put this tar paper back for just that little bit of thickness I need. It's pre-cut, don't have to worry about it. And then here's the old wet saw. And you'll do this in the afternoon, over there somewhere, because we got that going for us here. So let's go around front and get the mess off the porch. This stuff got rained on, so I don't think it's going to be worth doing anything with anyway. Pull those nails out of it. And, just throw it in the burn pile. I don't think I'm going to throw it. Well, let's see if it holds. Ready? Yay! Okay, almost 1 o'clock. I've been at it a while. And there we are out front with the stuff in there. So it is time to take a nice cool drink. Well, it's all in here. It's just a matter of getting it all in there and looking good. That's all I got. So let's get started. And there's my noise abatement stuff. I can't drive. Oh, I need some. Well, I'll just wear my glasses, my regular glasses. Well, let's vacuum this up and put the first layer of Gorilla Glue down, and then the second layer, and then tack it down, and then we can clean some of this up. I can't cook in here anymore. This never ceases to amaze me. This, not a sponsor, Metabo compressor. This thing's been sitting for about 3 weeks, and it's still got air in it. It's still got 80 pounds of air in it. What a beautiful thing. This is an oil type. So this is why it's so good. Pretty quiet, quiet enough. I'm not going to turn it on. We've all heard air compressors before. Probably 2 whole tubes of caulk going under the threshold and everywhere, just to kind of stop the bugs and stop the drafts and other stuff like that. So there's all that went to good use. Got 99% of that used. That's real good. So let's go with the Gorilla Glue before I put the tar paper down. And I'm ready to go with my gun here. Very quickly rifled through a whole tube of glue there, so it goes on decent way. So I don't care. I don't think. Well, let me get that bit of a thing off right here. Oop. That's using your feet, huh? Okay. So let's just float her on down there. Okay. All right, you get it. All right, let me set that up and get the wood on there. Okay, so that's pretty good there. All right, it's all in there. So let's grab the big piece of wood that we already test fit here. And now when you get this down, before you get all hog wild stomping on it and everything, or nailing it, I should say, stomp on it. That's what you want to do, stomp on it. Okay, there you go. And then just, you can feel it settling in. Okay, I don't care so much about over there. I'll do it anyway since we're trying to do Dudley do right here. All right, goes this way. Yeah. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Why don't you get out of here and get me some money too? Okay. Now, let's put our other tube. We're going to put one more tube of Gorilla Glue down, and then we're going to nail it down, or tack it down, I guess would be a better way of saying it. All right, a whole nother tube gone. Oop, let's get out of that. Who do you think you are? Look at that, I should have known. Anything that can go wrong, just use your sock and wipe up that little bit there. Okay. Now, when you get this down, you gotta kind of be ready for it because it's going to kind of stay there. That Gorilla Glue's grabby business. Okay, now let's get it there in here. Okay, we're gonna stomp on that some. I think you get the drill on this now. And then we're going to, what was that? Oh, it's just something that was already on there. Oh, it goes like this. Ooh, I made a mistake. Well, that Gorilla Glue, that is some grabby stuff. Okay. Well, you know how it is. Socks are cheap and these are old. So let's get this going. And I gotta get something on my eyes here. I know this isn't the recommended thing. I should have got another set of, I think I've got some up there. Hang on a minute. Let's look and see in my quiver of stuff. There they are. Look at that. These are my old busted ones, but these are my house ones. So, okay, and then noise abatement, and then the plugging in of the gun, and the untangling of the hoses, the war of the hoses. Okay. Oil daily. I'm pretty good at that. I keep that Senko oil down there. Okay, now I'm going to be a little bit deliberate about this, so watch your eyes. Oh, baby. Okay, you get it. No reason to belabor the point. Then we're going to check these tiles again in a minute. I think we're going to be just a little bit more even. That's going to be good. Almost 2 whole reams of staples. And let me tell you, that feels good. Now, it's time for the big test. I can put all stuff away and enjoy my tile time here. Let's see what we got now with my little bit of an addition. Yeah, with a little bit underneath that. That's probably not good enough. Let's see what I can do. Now that it's down and down solid, I'm gonna have to put something else here. Okay, I don't know what that'll be, but I'll figure out something. Let's do that. Let's see how far off we are. This will happen. You got to be prepared for these things. I've got it right here, and it doesn't really matter if it's on or off. But like we said the other day, let's see. Let's measure. Well, that's a pretty fair distance, isn't it? We in fractions. It looks like this side of the tile is a little bit. Now we can't. Let's go to 0. Okay, 0 fractional, and pull that down, and then go up, and then 9/64. That's a fair amount. So that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind. I'll do something. I don't mind if it's down a little bit or up a little bit, but that's a little bit too much. So let's see what else I'm going to do. I'm glad I put that tar paper in there. That was a good idea. 9/64. Okay. Well, it's all part of the game. Okay, kids, don't try this at home, okay? I'm going to shim these down this way. Very dangerous procedure. I use it to make dashboards in cars, that method. Oh, there's one of those. I don't want to lose him. Okay. Yeah, I remember doing that with Sean's window raising mechanism. See, I make dashboards for cars, and you have to make them a little thinner. I don't have a milling station. I guess I do. I guess that's what this is. So let's turn on the 220 and cut these in strips, and I should just be able to go up there and just snap them off the way I want to. But I need 47 wide, 33 from door to floor. And okay, so, and there's going to be my measuring device. Dang, I need some air on this subject too. Let's just blow this stuff off, and because this is so precision, you want everything to be as clean as you possibly can get it. So let's go over and turn the air on. See if it comes on. Yeah, I figured it would. It's been sitting for a long time. Not the oven, crazy guy. Well, it's one of these two. It's that outlet and the outlet over there for for the table saw. So let's get my air gun out and blow this stuff off. Now let's put the brakes on. And these are the brakes. Okay. You didn't see that, did you? So you can move this thing around pretty easy, and then when you hit the brake pedal, it lets it down. You got to keep up with that mechanism. It'll fall apart on you. So make sure if you have one of these, you check it now and then. Lubricate it. Works so much better. Okay, I've got all my little strips cut, so I don't have to raise the blade up so high. And you're not going to see this anyway, so keep it clean here. Keep it clean. Okay, now what we do is we raise the blade up, not too high. I think that's more than enough for the strips I cut. And then you bring this thing out. Once you clean it off, and then put this here. I think I'll do it on the other side. Whew, just sweat rolling down my face. Now put this over here where it wouldn't get hurt. Oh my gosh, yeah, I got the full face going there. Now my full face is full of sweat. Okay, so we're going for, look at that, they're just everywhere. So, this is a dangerous endeavor, and I know the radio's on. So I'm thinking, I know, I hear them over there talking. Okay, we're gonna go with that. And we're gonna run a test on that. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Okay, so here's what we're going for here. We're going for a shim about that big. And it ain't perfect, but it'd be good enough. I'm gonna be at this a very long time, but I don't mind that. Whatever makes it work. So you can do one feed one side than the other, but kids, just don't do this. I probably shouldn't even show it, but I gotta show you how it works. So I got another idea. I was thinking, why don't I just get something like this and just cut it into, let's start with this one. I think those thin pieces are probably just not stable enough. Let's try to just cut this stuff out of this. I got a little mock-up over there of, let's just try this. And then I can get 4 or 5 pieces and see what happens. Ready? This seems to be a whole lot safer and more productive than my other method. So I hope I run into a project where I need a lot of little pieces like that, because we ain't doing it that way. So here's my little mock-up of the floor. And I've got some good 2x4s over there. Look at that, I got that one right, just kind of happenstance. Okay, and like I said, you can just get some pliers and just nibble the ends off that. Yeah, let's do it this way, for show. And we're not gonna knock. Just everybody's got their different techniques, so you do whatever technique you do when you don't do this. Okay, I think I got enough cut here to fill up the space to where I want to do it. So I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna start this. Looks like you're gonna put up some plaster, doesn't it? Looks like lapping, but I guess that's kind of what it is in a way. To a whole tile instead, or to a space tile. Wow, I've been at it. That's a lot of work. Whew. Physically demanding sometimes this stuff can be. So there's more of those. I've got to get some dry clothes on. Good Lord. I got more of those, don't I? Oh, I got more. That ought to be enough. Thought I had another room. That ought to be enough to do this. Okay, because I use everything in the gun. All right, so there are my little pieces, and I gotta go get out of these wet things. Well, good thing I had an extra bottle of this stuff. Hot, sweaty, and allergic is no way to go through life. So, slaving over a hot table saw. One of the things I like about the Gorilla product is you gotta cut this tip off here, and you can end up with extra of these in case you end up with this kind of mess right here. So that's pretty cool. Digging that. We'll crack this tile and put in another tile. Come on. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. 2:57. I'm gonna have to stop for a while. Okay, so that's how much I needed right there. That's how much overage I got. That's not too bad. And now this is there. I mean this is there. So I gotta glue and staple all of those down. Should have brought more staples up here, but I'll bring more staples if I need them. So there you go. Thing of beauty, in my opinion. Okay, she's stapled down real firm like. Okay, so I can't go out there and cut anything because it's raining. See the rain coming down my rain chain? So I can't do anything right now. Don't want my table saw to get rained on. I mean my wet saw. Make it a really wet saw. Okay, so I've got my template over here, and I'm ready to go when it stops raining. All right, well that's okay. This probably needs to set a little bit anyway. So there's super extreme Gorilla Glue and staples. That ought to be fine. What a nice subframe, huh? Here's the tricky part when it comes to stuff like this. That line is half a tile. see, I put half tile marks back there. And so there's your half tile mark. And I'm kind of deciding not to use those really dark ones. I think I'm just going to try to use that color there. I got enough of them to be picky. So here's my template, and here's my first stone, or my first tile. And you see where it is? See where it is right there at the end of the run? And I'm going to, now the reason that I have done it like this is because this ends on the half tile mark, see? So when I go to a full tile, okay, I'm going to be careful with that. When we go to a full tile and we cut that end off, we'll be right here. See, I only got a little bit to cut off this one, but I want to do this one first. I'm going to do these one at a time through here. And then I won't have to, the only other end I got to worry about is under the cabinet. Then I can start my run with the subway tile look. So you get where I'm going with this? So this is, like I said the other day, this is the keystone right here, the key tile. And I'm not going to be too worried if it ain't real perfect, but I think it's going to be okay. Now I might have to do this a couple of times to get this right. And I've used this, and it goes like this. No, it goes like that. Okay. And I tried to get that as close as I could to that right there. There's one of my hairs. Okay, so I think that's okay. I might go a little bit wide because I can chop it down and fit it. So I'm probably going to go a little wide on this thing, and then just nip it. Just keep nipping at it until I get it to fit pretty good. Now I've got that brown caulk, and that's another reason I didn't want to use the dark tile anywhere over here. Anyway, I might use some over there, I don't know. Mainly because if I have a dark tile and use that medium brown to light brown caulk, it'll look funny. Okay, well, let's see what the sky looks like. Looks like we're in for it. They didn't call for rain. But anyway, that doesn't matter. That usually means look out. What is this gunk? I guess that's from the tar paper. So anyway, I don't like it. All right. There, put it there. Okay, not too hard to do. This tile cuts pretty good. Well, let's see how we did. Let's see what we've got to do to adjust it. Well, not too bad. It's fat right here, huh? So now we got to dry her off good. I'll just mark that and try again. That's not a bad start. Okay, it took me 4 or 5 shots at it, but this is going to be pretty good right here. Okay, I think. There you go. You can even hear how good that sounds. A little bit of a chalk right there, but I don't care about that. That's easily fixed with a little caulk, and it's right on there too. Well, doggies, check that out. So once I get this going, the rest of it's just going to flow. Well, let's get the next one going. I love it. God help me, I love it. Okay, so you got to keep this trough here full of water. I can't see it because my glasses are all steamed up. And then there's a half piece right there. So when you start it up first time, you got to stand back, let it kind of spit at you. And then we'll cut me a half piece here. I'm not trying to make this a foggy bottom video here, so okay, so in and out with the air conditioning. So I was showing you I usually cut upside down because it'll chalk out, and you'd rather have it chalk out on the non-face side. So now I got half pieces. So I got a half piece for here, and you put the cut part on the inside, and now I got to figure out, okay, about right here. So this is going to be a relatively easy cut right here, and then the next one's going to be kind of hard. See what I got hold of there? That's going to be kind of a difficult one up there. But let's get this one fitted. And I hate that I got to keep coming in right here because I keep tracking stuff in, see, like that, and then I'll have to vacuum it when I get to the field. That's okay. I'm all set. Got her right here with me. All right, so let's sort of figure this one. This took about 20 minutes, and then you end up with that. So there is that right there, with a little bit of that right there, I don't care, and then that right there. Okay. All right, now let's see about fitting the full tile there. Well, actually, you know what I've got to do is, as much as I hate to do it, I think I can salvage. No, I can't. I'm going to have to take this off right here, but that's okay. Okay, so keep using your template. And now we're down to this. See, I got that in there pretty good. And now I got to try to fit this one in there and get it. If I have to cut off this end to get it flat, I will. Or I don't want to nip that corner. I guess I could. Let's nip that corner a little bit. And I mean, we're talking a little tiny bit. So right about here and right about there. Alright, so we're about through with the difficult stuff. So there's what we're going to go for right there. Complicated little corner here. So here's the piece she ended up with. You can tell this takes a little bit of doing. Rex had to help me out right here with a little hunk of wood. And then we end up there. Now, you can see we're stepped. So now that we've done that, we can do this. We can put one there. Ooh, that's okay with me. We can put one there. And we can put one there. And we can put one here. Okay, and see, all I got to do now is build. And I'll probably just go ahead and use that one there. That's kind of a dark one, but we're going to try to work with them things a little bit. And we got this. And then, I don't know, I'm already out, so let me go ahead and get some. And then this one will go here. Now you're going to put your cut edge in. Okay, and we got another cut edge. Oh, let's take a look at that. So, all right, let's go get some tiles. Jury's still out on that dark tile. I don't think I like it. I think I'm going to lose those. Okay, we'll just use those on another project. I got plenty to choose from. That was kind of a weird piece. So that's not kind of a weird piece. Is that a cut in half one? I got some cut in half ones out there. So I'm going to cut them in half. And then all I got to do is build out and end up to there. And then that'll be the end of this. Say. Alright, I don't really see a point in showing you any more because it's going to look like this. The only thing I'm going to do is glue it down. Well, that's a hit for me, baby. I'm loving it. And I just had a couple of little places to deal with over there. And incidentally, if you make a Sharpie mark on something, you can usually wipe it off with this as long as it doesn't take off whatever the base is. So, ooh, got the fan on hot. Feels good on my back. Well, I'm a wet back now. So anyway, a little bit of tile dust here and there. And so, a little caulking here and there, a little, I don't even know if I'm going to put anything there. That looks pretty good. I'm talking about wood trim, you know. And let's open the door. It's a little A little tight right now. But look at that. It's right up against that. I got almost whole pieces in there. I didn't wipe that off. Oh, now I feel bad about myself. There you go. I don't know if I'll put anything there except a little caulk. I almost bought some quarter round wood, but I don't think I need to. I'm just going to use that brown caulk. And that's pretty much it. And it's light brown, like I showed earlier. Well, it's kind of a medium brown. It's that color brown. And I think that'll be fine. Maybe I just won't do anything. So, there you go. The door is closed on that one. And I just think that's just fine. I'm not going to go outside. I've been outside enough. I'm too hot. Nice little landing to come in on. And, yeah, I can adjust that thing, that lower thing up a little bit. But that's it. So I appreciate y'all watching. And I'm real happy with the way that turned out. I thought that was a pretty good idea to follow the sweep of the door. So give me a thumbs up. Be sure and subscribe and ring the bell. And if you got any comments, that'd be fine. Whatever you think. If we've got any other things you want me to do, or I mean, within reason, fine. So yeah, there's a little bit of adjustment there I probably need to do. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.